Welcome. I'm Rick, and I'm the founder of the Revenue Game. And the whole purpose of the Revenue Game is to make sure you and your team and your customers all thrive by creating and sharing value. And one of the ways we do that is with Revenue Urgent Care, which is where you are today. And this is the third in a series of blog posts, video blog posts, to help people understand. The first one was why Revenue Urgent Care. The second was how. And this one's what it's going to be like when you actually get in the process and you're with your revenue science professional. So this was on what's going to happen and what the outcomes are likely to be. So if you haven't been to the first two, just know that the kind of foundational location for this is www.therevenuegame.com/urgent-care. And you can get all kinds of stuff there. So, and you'll learn more about the whole process of helping you thrive through creating and sharing value. But today we're going to talk about what happens once you're in the Revenue Urgent Care process. You've filled out your intake form, you've scheduled your interview, your revenue science certified professional may have sent you a note back and said, hey, please send me your website or send me your URL for LinkedIn or send me something that helps me understand a couple of the things you said in your intake form. Now you're actually in the conference with that professional. And you'll be in that conference very similar to what we're doing right now. It's a Zoom interactive video conference. So you're looking the person right in the eye, they're looking you in the eye, and you're actually having a real conversation. And the basic agenda to that conversation is first, the revenue science professional is going to want to get as much clarity about where you are today. We call that your current state. And they're also going to want clarity about what your ideal future state looks like. And during that part of the conversation, they'll be sharing with you revenue science language, hopefully to get both of you in the exact same conversation using the same words so that when those words come up, you know what each other means, and it gets so much easier to move forward and get you to point of action. After they spend part of the 50 minutes, working with you on that clarity piece, then the next two steps are, let's review what that really means. If this is where you are and this is where you're going, let's talk about what's in between those two places and how many of those resources you have available and what in there do you have the skills to do and do you need help and what kind of help do you need? And so you do the review process, which of course leads to recommendations, and these recommendations are going to be science-based recommendations. They're not going to be, well, that sounds like a good idea, and I think since this is the middle of the year, you should do this. These are going to be based on revenue science, and so revenue science has quite a degree of predictability to it. And it also has, and part of that predictability is if you do certain things, it's going to end bad. So revenue science will help you understand those things that create chaos and make it more expensive. Your margins go down, your sales cycles get longer. So part of the recommendations will be how to get the cost out of it, the cost of chaos out of it, and to reduce your sales cycles and to reduce your and increase your margin. And the other part of that is when we talked about thriving, and thriving is you and your team and your customer, I think all those things get aligned. So a lot of the recommendation will be around alignment, because when there isn't alignment, then everybody's fighting each other and it doesn't work very well. And so once you've got the review and the recommendation piece, then the next thing is you're going to jointly work with your professional to talk about what are the steps of getting there. Now, in some cases, the steps are, you shouldn't do this, and you made the decision, and you're going to walk away going, wow, I can just cross this off. But in a lot of other cases, you're going to want to go forward. In some cases, you have to go forward. And so what do I have to do to go forward? Do you need help? Do you need books to read? Do you need resources? Do you need webinars to watch? Do you need referrals to professionals? Your certified professional will help you with those next steps. In some cases, the revenue game can be a resource for you. In many cases, we can refer you to other revenue science professionals who can help with certain problems that you need outside support for. But in many cases, it's just helping you lay out what it is you need to go do. You have everything you need to do it. And it's just that independent, objective, science-based plan that you can have confidence in and will put you at ease. And that's the goal of Revenue Urgent Care, is to get you at ease. Remember, if this is something that's exciting to you or necessary, www.therevenuegame, all one word, therevenuegame.com/urgent-care. Hopefully this is helpful. The other two videos are available and they're out there if you haven't seen them, and they may help as well. And if you need something from me, just let me know. Good luck. Hopefully we'll talk to you.